My giant lilac bush. Isn't it incredible? It's huge. It's in full bloom. I just love it. The smell is unbelievable right now. Truly unbelievable. Hi everybody, it's Robin coming to you from northern BC, and I wanted to make another little video, show some more stuff to you guys if you're interested. But this bush is just incredible. Look how tall it is. It's huge. This lilac is amazing. And the thing about this lilac is if you look at the leaves, it's a different variety, I guess, than your normal lilac. And I really don't know what it's called. I should probably do some research and find out, but it's just a thing of beauty right now. When the wind blows, the lilac smell just about knocks you over. It's just beautiful. I love it. It's out here in our front yard. Pepper likes to lay down in front of it. Oh, anyways. On my last video, I showed you guys a lot of our berry plants and our chickens and some flowers and whatnot. Today I think I'll show you my raised beds, which are doing really well, and some stuff in the greenhouse. But I'm coming up behind here. This is my smaller lilac. So look at the leaves. They're different than the other plants. So anyway, this is just a little guy, and he's already drooping. His lilacs came out earlier, but he's just beautiful. And my pansies, which I showed you guys on the last video too, they've really gone quite crazy, which is nice. It's so pretty. And I've got some other flower pots I've added to the bunch here just to make things look prettier. And my my beautiful chocolate mint is coming up quite nicely. It'll get huge. It'll get to be 1.5 feet, 2 feet big, and then I'll be able to dry it for tea in the winter. So we'll come over here and show you my rhubarb too. Has just grown immensely since the beginning of June. You know, we get more hours of sunlight up here than in other parts of Canada. So even though our growing season is shorter, we get longer days of sun, which really makes a difference. Things just seem to grow overnight. And I've already picked a ton of rhubarb and made all kinds of stuff with it. But as you can see, it's incredible. So I'm going to have to get to work and do some more stuff with rhubarb. But I've got 3 raised beds here that my wonderful hubby made for me. They're out of cedar. So this is my salad bar one. That's what I call it anyway. And I've got some arugula. And then I've got some spinach. And then over there I've got quite a bit of lettuce. And we've already had quite a few salads with the lettuce and the spinach and the arugula. And then I've got I think my sign kind of went icky. These are my rainbow carrots. I didn't have very many seeds left, so they're going to be purple, yellow, and orange. A mixed bit of carrots there. So, and then I've got radishes at different stages. Got calendula in my pot here that I started from seed. But my radishes, and a little bit of kale here. And there's a few of my cucumber plants that weren't doing so well in their little boxes, and I didn't have room for them, so I threw them in here, and we'll just see what they do. But my radishes, I had a deer come along and pull a whole bunch up before they were ready, but we ate them anyway, even though they were small. But I need to get out here again. They're getting kind of big, but I've got some new ones planted, and they're always fun to have. And then over here, this is actually my strawberry one. I have a huge amount of strawberries in the ground still, But I wanted to get these guys up here so that I could keep them weeded better. And they seem to have adapted. It's getting really windy out here. They seem to have adapted very well to being up here. And then I ended up with some extra broccoli plants, so I've just sort of thrown them in here in between, see if they do anything. But I've got some strawberries, quite a few strawberries coming, which is nice because these guys were just dug up about 6 weeks ago and put in here, so they seem to be doing quite well, so I'm pleased with that. And then over here on my third one, I have some, these are scallions, like green onions, so we can start eating these at any time actually. And then I've got just your regular carrots. I think there's scarlet nantes in here, so I need to thin them soon, but it's nice. Carrots are very tricky sometimes. They're, you know, if you, oh yeah, they're scarlet nantes, I believe. So, you know, carrots can be, man, you got to keep them weeded because otherwise the weeds take over. So it's a little easier on the back to be weeding them here. So anyway, so those are my 3 raised beds, plus I have the larger, quite a larger garden with all my potatoes and other root vegetables in it too. But we'll come over, and we've already showed you the chickens last time. We've got our compost here in several different heaps of varying degrees. The one in the back there is ready to use dirt. And then we've got this one here where I put the stuff in from the kitchen. And then this one here is what we use to put on top of the middle one. So we try to keep it organized. It's always tough to keep on top of the compost, but anyway. And then over here I've got a bunch of pots ready because I need to put a lot of my tomatoes need to go into bigger pots because they're exploding in here. So we'll have a quick little look in here. It's not the biggest greenhouse, but it does good for me. So we've got chives. We've got some little baby echinacea, but they don't seem to be doing so good. We've got basil, we've got thyme, got another big sage plant back there. Sage just seems to love my greenhouse. I've got one lonely leek and some celery that I'm trying to get seeds, growing seeds from. So we'll see how that goes. And some other herbs, some poor little basil here that needs to be in a bigger pot. Oh, and this is my little strawberry plant. I wanted to see how it would do in a pot in the greenhouse, and as you can see, it's doing pretty good. And I've got some leaf basil. I've got some cucumber plants here that need to be in a bigger pot pronto. And I've got quite a collection, I don't know if you can see back there, my jalapeno plants that also need to be in a bigger pot. And then lots of different tomatoes. I've got yellow tomatoes, a couple more cucumbers, the ones here down here on the ground, the ones that are in the bigger pots, they're just doing fantastic. They're flowering and whatnot. But this whole area along the side here will get cleaned out, and it will end up being all tomato plants in these bigger, huger buckets, and I'll be fertilizing them more, and they end up giving me quite a few tomatoes. So we have to do that here because our nights get cool, and so if you don't keep the tomatoes warm at night, they don't do well. I've tried them outside here, like in the garden, and you end up with a few green balls at the end of the year, and that's it. Whereas in the greenhouse, they just do much, much better. And you can see some of my cucumbers down here that I have in the big pots, and look at the difference in size compared to these guys here that were planted at the same time, and they're just in a little pot. So you really got to keep on top of repotting stuff, but there's never enough time in the day. We do what we can. So anyway, I thought I'd show you guys some of that stuff. And yeah, we've got some thunderstorms coming here today, but it's a beautiful day up here. We've had lots of heat, and yeah, we finally got some heat. So between the heat and then the rain that's coming in the next day or two, things will really, really grow even faster. And I'll have to show you the garden, the main garden next time. We're still in there trying to weed and hill our potatoes. But I think that's good for today. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope you're all having a good day wherever you are. All right, bye for now.